Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Mammy Geeks Weekly Movie Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher 305, and with me as always, old school movie specialist, Uncle Willie.
I'm so fucking tired.
You know what? Aren't we all? Like, it's Wednesday, and I'm dead.
Let me tell you something, okay? I'm only 49 years old. I feel like I got more mileage than Cardi B.
That's impossible. She has more mileage. She was just, they took her to a shop and they backtracked a little bit.
You know what? I'm just a fucking asshole for saying that because she's younger than me.
Yeah, but you ain't lying.
I make it sound like she's a fucking 747.
Well, she can't take one, but
listen,
you know what?
Listen, let's not go that far. All right, let's not go that far. All right. Listen, she's a good person. Any woman who likes to shake her ass and her titties is a wonderful person.
And this segment is brought to you by D2D. Save 15% until the end of August using promo code MIAGeeks10. That's MIAGEEKS 10 to save 15% on your next purchase order. Also,
again.
I know. I'm just gonna stop right here for 1 second. But I love my segues. Like everybody that listens to these,
I don't know why you wait for the most horrible shit to come out of our mouths before doing that. These poor gentlemen deserve more than that.
Because it's perfect. It is amazing. And I guarantee you that anybody that's listening and they hear those segue cuts, they're probably going, "What the fuck is going on here?" But then they end up laughing because they're like, "Why?" But as always, guys, we have timestamps below in the description, making sure to let you guys know if there's a certain article or conversation that you guys don't want to talk about or you want to listen to, just click on them and it'll fast forward you right to that conversation point. Or if you want to be cool enough and listen to the whole thing, that's even awesome. Also, guys, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to know when we come up with this amazing news stories and stuff that we come up with, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming, 1 movie. And just to let you know, Willie, I had to pause and remember. Yeah, I had to remember because every fucking episode, I always do 2 movies, 1 gaming. Why? I don't know.
You're sending a subliminal signal saying that you want to do 2 of them.
Yeah, but
you want to do 2 movie podcasts.
Oh my god! Unless we do a 2-parter, but that's something different. Because I love our gaming segment, but oh my god, these movie ones are just to die for.
We have fun.
Yeah, we always have fun. That's the best part about it. This is not even a job. This is more of a day by day what we do on a daily, anyways. The only thing is that we're sharing it with everybody so they can listen to us. That's how I see it, at least.
Oh yeah.
And now, for you guys to understand about our day by day, let's get down to the first topic of today. DC Fandom, the event, will be split into 2 halves, which is going to be, the second half is going to be displayed in September. I know. You guys are going to want to kill people, and this is a mockery and all that good stuff. But let's be honest, they only have 24 hours for this fandom, and they're only going to give you as much as they can for those 24 hours. They do sleep, you know that, right?
Right.
And I'm going to be honest, they probably have some of these things already probably already made already. So they just probably pre-recorded maybe a week or 2 ago, and they just realized, guys, this is not a 24-hour event. This is going to be, a good couple weeks maybe. So let's split this up into 2s and give 1 half now and the other half later. But that's only me saying this. I really want to hear what Willie has to say about this.
I mean, number 1, I'm happy because I'm not going to be in town on the 22nd, which means I'm going to miss the first half. At least I'll be able to see the second half. Now, they did give a little method to their madness.
Okay.
They're calling the first half, which is on the 22nd, the Hall of Heroes.
Oof, nice.
DC Fandom Hall of Heroes. Okay, nice. The other one is going to be called Explore the Multiverse, and that one's for Saturday, September 12th. So, what's the difference? I don't know. All I do know is the panels that they were going to have originally, that were part of the Watchverse, the U-verse, the Insiderverse, the Funverse, and the DC Kids Fandome.
Okay.
Those are the ones that are going to be in September.
All right.
I took a quick look at the Hall of Heroes trailer.
Okay.
And I do see some interesting things there.
Okay. What did you see?
They showed the animated Harley Quinn show, which I've been told is a good thing, even though I haven't seen it.
It's actually really good.
Little clips of
really good.
Little clips of the Batman. They show The Rock, looking like he's in some Egyptian mess, whatever. As you see Superman, I see Aisha Tyler, which is always a good thing. I think it's Aisha Tyler. I hope it's Aisha Tyler. I
hope it is.
She's good. She's cool people. I want to be friends with her. But you see a bunch of little things. You see James Gunn with the whole cast of Suicide Squad. You see Flash, and you see the one little bit that was leaked a couple of weeks ago. The one that shows like the panels with different little things going on, where you see Baraka and you see all that. There's little bits here and there that make me happy. I'm gonna be mad that I'm missing it, but I'll catch it afterward. How do I feel about it? Whatever. Put as much information as you can in the first one. Give me some more in the second one. You can fill 2 entire days worth of DC stuff. Mm-hmm. We're good. It is Aisha Tyler, and I'm happy. The world needs more Aisha Tyler.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, how do I feel? And listen, if they can fill 2 days worth of good DC news, you got me. I'm in.
Okay. I could agree with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So the real question will be for our viewers: what do you guys think about the 2 halves that we're going to see now this Friday and in September? Your thoughts is always needed, and we would love to see what you guys have to say about this. But there's something here that I really, really want to talk about, and I know Willie is dying to talk about this one, and it's LeBron James offers his first look of Space Jam 2. All right, so we get to see LeBron James. I guess he's CGI'd with the Toon Squad uniform, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm uncomfortable with it. I don't like it. I mean, again, call me an old fogey or whatever, but I thought the Toon Squad Space Jam's jersey from the first movie, I thought that looked more cleaner, more legit, to be honest. This one just looks straight up like, okay, you're gonna go straight to DVD, like hands down. Sorry, LeBron. Actually, not even. You look more like a Fortnite character. Like that's as much I can tell you right now. He looks like a Fortnite character with those colors and the scheme. I mean, I can't take it seriously. I can't even. Again, it's a cartoon movie. Yes, we get it, but I don't know what. I felt more compassion and stuff when I saw MJ do it than LeBron James. I don't know. Willie, your thoughts?
You know what? I think you hit the nail on the head when you said Fortnite costume.
Yeah. It does. It just looks weird.
Yes. Whatever. I mean, whatever. Supposedly they finished filming this, and so whatever's done is what we're gonna get. Well, there's post-production, so they're gonna add stuff, of course. But yeah, I'm not on board. I'm not on board. Like a Space Jam remake, whatever. Like as this is going to be a theme tonight. Mm-hmm. The theme for tonight is Hollywood doesn't have a single original idea in its head.
Yeah, they don't. They actually don't. Which is going to come also to a next topic that I want to bring up after we speak about this one. But yeah, there's no originality, and we covered this actually. Didn't we cover this in the last podcast?
Repeatedly.
Yes, it has to be, because this is almost becoming an ongoing thing that we talk about, and there's no originality.
It's something that absolutely irritates me. I think it's one of the last topics that we have before before you unleash the madness.
Yeah,
I'll have that conversation later, but it's just a thing where yes, Hollywood is capable of original stuff. Like I'm looking more and more forward to Tenet every day. simply because I want to see something that at least looks original.
I agree. I totally agree with you. Or if not that, I'm probably an indie movie. Because let's be honest, an indie movie, yeah, they might have like certain like little tidbits of certain movies and stuff like that, but they're pretty original, honestly. But these Hollywood movies are just kind of
you see a lot of originality in indie movies, and you see a lot of originality coming in movies that are destined for Amazon Prime or Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're playing around with concepts there. They're trying out different things. That's great. Meanwhile, Hollywood, big bad Hollywood, who doesn't want to take things like Netflix seriously, they're just jamming up the works with remake after sequel after remake after sequel.
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't worry. Man. I'm going to horrify you later on.
Oh, I bet you are. But you know what? Speaking about horrify, I want to get down to the next topic that we're going to be talking about. And it's we actually got our first Bill and Ted Face the Music clip introducing Rufus's daughter in the Wyld Stallyns, which, again, this is something that we talked about lots of times, but this is one that I really want to bring up, and is how do movies deal with the death of an actor or actress that played an important role, Willie?
Rufus was a pivotal actor, a pivotal character for the first Bill and Ted movie. He was in the second one as well. Rufus was, of course, the late, great George Carlin. This clip introduces Rufus's daughter to the Wyld Stallyns. And you had made the theory that that's where they're going to give Rufus's cameo.
Yes.
They did, the people behind the movie did mention that there was a little cameo with Rufus in it.
That's correct.
I was upset with it. I didn't like the fact that they were going to go and, CGI bring back a beloved character just because. Mm-hmm. But it did spark an interesting conversation between us.
Yes, it did.
Over how you handle things like this. Because this is not the first time that a movie or a movie series has to touch on bringing back a character that's a fixture in the series.
Yes.
But has passed away. The one we always go to, the one that always pisses me off, is when they brought Peter Cushing back as Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One.
I agree.
But if we sit there, okay, let's analyze things. Peter Cushing was brought back, and Carrie Fisher was de-aged and put back as Princess Leia because canon-wise, they both belonged there. You can make an argument that you didn't have to have Peter Cushing there. You didn't have to show Grand Moff Tarkin. But canon-wise, Grand Moff Tarkin was still a character in the universe. And
it's part of the
Carrie
timeline.
Fisher's Princess Leia was that age. So, okay. Let's go with it. It's still horrifying to me that a person who had been dead for a decade is put into a movie just to satisfy the legions of people who love canon. But then I think about, that's not the only time it's happened. Famously, they had to do workarounds for Brandon Lee when he tragically died during the filming of The Crow. They had to use CGI back then, and the CGI was dodgier back then.
Oh yeah.
But they superimposed his face on some stuntmen just to be able to finish the movie. In a case like that, okay, you're not going to go and throw out a movie just because, your lead character died. But you want to do it tastefully, and I think it was done well. Better was how they handled Paul Walker's passing for Furious 7.
Oh, God.
They used body doubles, his brothers, Cody and Caleb. And they did use a lot of CGI, but they used it not just to finish the movie, but to tie up his arc.
Okay.
it gets touchy. You don't want to see people posthumously put into movies just because. But in cases like that, yeah, you can make the case that it's necessary. Now, they go and do stupid shit like, oh yeah, let's put Bruce Lee in a Johnny Walker commercial.
God.
Or let's put Marilyn Monroe and Grace Kelly in a Dior commercial.
Yeah, I remember that.
But again, I mean, it's happened several times. Nancy Marchand in The Sopranos, she passed away while the series was still filming. Philip Seymour Hoffman famously died of a drug overdose while they were still doing Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. And there was another one. Oh, Roy Schneider. His last movie was Iron Cross. And so but in that case, they used a makeup artist. It's difficult when you have a pivotal character in a big series.
Okay.
Like the ones that I'm talking about now, yes, the Hunger Games Mockingjay, you have to finish that arc. Furious 7, he was the character that people like him and Vin Diesel were the characters. But movies Iron Cross and movies like The Crow, just to salvage the movie, just to finish the movie. Do them justice while finishing up the movie. Then you have things like Peter Cushing in Rogue One, which, okay, fine, canon-wise, yes, he has to be there, but does he? And then, wait, and how about Marlon Brando when they brought him back for Superman Returns?
Oh, God. The whole hologram thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a hologram. It wasn't really him.
But you see...
What I think... that's what we would think is the best case for Rufus.
Yeah, that's what I totally agree on. Because if you look at Bill and Ted, Rufus' daughter, she looks pretty matured already. So you would think, he's not going to live forever. But they already recognize her, like, oh my God, you're Rufus' daughter. And, she's all like, yeah, that's me, party on. Oh my God, excited to see you guys, yada, yada, yada. My dad said a lot about you or whatever the case was. But now it just made me think there has to be some sort of recording or a hologram, because I know they based everything on holograms. Well, at least from what I remember, the last two movies were like they're just holographic things that like little recordings and stuff like that.
The first one showed more. Remember, the second one was mostly in hell.
True. The first one, they had the whole, they get to see themselves, for the first time, and then when they do it again, they do that like a rewind, and you see them, they go back and they see themselves again, that parking lot for the first time, which when they say to trust Rufus and whatnot. So, but overall in the movie, we have the main characters. They go back to they go to the future, and they just see these holograms and these futuristic things where they have computers and funky clothing, and they're learning a bunch of things of what's going on. So I'm going to probably take this one as a grain of salt and probably say they know that he passed away, but he left a message. And they might even get like an old clip or something of like an old clip they used from a previous Bill and Ted movie that they cut out, and they're just going to put it in there. That's my thought. Take that with a grain of salt, just in case.
Like I said, that's best case.
Yes. But
because the other possibility is that they do something horrible, like try to hey guys, how are you doing? I'm not dead.
Oh God, please no. They try to pull that junk
like what they
in
want to
Bill
do.
Ted 2. They pulled that in Bill Ted 2 when he was what's his lady's name? Because they said that he died in part 2, and then he came back as the girl. What's her face? Like, oh my God, Rufus, you're hiding this whole time. You remember?
Yeah.
So
I really don't want them to do anything like that.
No.
But it's one of those things that, remember, I'm trying to rack my brain to think of what movie it was. But I remember either late last year or early this year, they were kicking around the possibility of making a movie starring Steve McQueen.
Wow, wait a minute. I do remember something about that. Now, when was it we talked about it? I don't remember now.
But the man's been. Oh, I don't know that we ever did on the podcast.
Oh no, but I'm saying probably in general.
30. He's been dead and buried for over 30 years. But the director said, no, you know what? I want him to be in this movie. Mm-hmm. That's like, see if you remember this movie, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I remember. Angelina Jolie. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the director said to himself, I see only one person that can be in this movie to be a certain character. Mm-hmm. And he got CGI of Laurence Olivier. Sir Lawrence had been dead for over 10 years. But the director said, no, I need him in my movie.
Okay.
Like, is that going to be a thing now?
That's
my biggest worry. Is that going to be a thing? Like, when they did Forrest Gump.
All right.
They put John F. Kennedy in there. And they put Richard Nixon in there. Was Nixon there?
Yeah, Nixon was in there.
Yeah, he was. Or I wasn't sure if I was thinking of Forrest Gump or The Watchmen. At least with The Watchmen, they put someone.
Oh no, the Watchmen. Like the Watchmen. They actually had someone with a whole face makeup and all that.
That actually looked like him.
Yeah.
But no, Forrest Gump. They just CGI'd John F. Kennedy in there. Yeah,
which was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, that actually was funny. At least at that time.
But and you know what? It makes sense. The John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, John Lennon. Okay, just for a historical perspective and stuff like that, you can sort of kind of excuse it. Though still, I mean, I hope that doesn't become a trend where all of a sudden an actor comes up and says, "Oh, I have this idea for a movie, but I always imagine Brittany Murphy being in this movie." The poor woman died. Leave her alone.
Yeah, man. She didn't really have a good one. You know what I'm saying? So I would have been like,
Yeah, I mean, just drag her out because you had a vision where Brittany Murphy was in the movie. Oh God! By the way, keep Brittany Murphy in mind for when I start to horrify you.
Oh no. Okay.
But anyway,
let's keep going.
Yes, let's.
So, in other news, Laurence Fishburne.
Another remake. Another sequel.
Yeah, another sequel. But at least this is not like one of those sequels well, actually it is a sequel that I'm not really was really expecting.
Yeah. You're not gonna sugarcoat this one, buddy.
No, this one I was trying to, but I couldn't. Actually, I couldn't. There was no way of doing it. But what I'm going to say is actually pretty funny though. Laurence Fishburne was not invited back to The Matrix 4. Okay? All right, everybody relax. Morpheus is not going to be in part 4. However, he pretty much said to everybody in the New York Times, or the New York Magazine, excuse me, I have not been invited. So he said, maybe that will make me write another play. I wish them well. I hope it's great. So he's taking it, I guess, in good spirit, but a lot of people played the Matrix video games, and he actually died in the game. They shot him down.
Wait, for the record, it was the Matrix Online, which maybe 17 people played total. It was a Matrix MMO, and yes, canonically he died in that game. But if the game sucks, does it count?
That's a good question, because if they kill off a main character from a movie,
one we won't answer today.
Okay, we'll leave that one for the games.
This is a movie podcast.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, we're bad at this, man. We're so bad. But
terrible.
Let's continue with the movies, shall we? Actually, no. Wait a minute. Well, yeah. Let's continue. The Boys Season 3 adds supernatural actor Jensen Ackles?
Jensen Ackles.
Sorry.
Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles to the cast. Being that Season 2 is not even out yet, but they're already adding this boy for Season 3. And of course, he had to show it his way on Instagram, which sadly I couldn't get the clip for that yet. But I took a look. Oh, thank you. That'd be awesome. But
matter of fact, put that clip up.
Soldier boy, why feel blue?
There you go.
Awesome. You see, man, this is why you have to have a great team when you work doing things like this. Because if not, you're just gonna be miserable and just have a boring show.
Of course.
That made me feel great. That's right. You got a friend in me.
Don't ever do that again.
But I'm never going to do that again. But let me tell you something. Dean Winchester in this series, he's going to be called Soldier Boy, which he's kind of like the original Soups, I guess. So Soldier Boy fought in the American World War II and continued to be a celebrity in the world of the boys. Does that sound familiar to you by chance? You know, Captain. Sorry.
Listen.
I had a little thing there.
Listen,
what?
Listen.
Please? Yeah.
Listen.
What? Yeah.
All I know is, after hearing his name, I swore that if they play Crank That, I would burn it to the ground.
God forbid.
I'd burn it all to the ground.
But you know what? Your word from your mouth to God's ears, because you know they're gonna crank that Superman. They're gonna crank it somehow, unless they have to pay royalties to Soldier Boy.
Fuck it up.
No, because think about it. You think you want to give money to Soldier Boy, especially if you take a name like that?
Or he'll walk into the room and the boys look at him and go, "You!"
Ping, 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 ping. Nah.
Yeah.
You know what? All right. I like the fact that we're getting you a little rowdy. I like this. So let's get to something that I know this is near
what's
and
coming
dear
up
to both
next.
Of us. This is near and dear to both of us.
Is what has me rowdy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is something that's really near and dear to both of us, which is gonna severely piss us off. The Exorcist is getting a reboot for 2021 theatrical release. What the fuck was wrong with the original? I still say the original holds it down plenty because I don't know. I don't know why they have to make it original. Look, they already tried to do a prequel to it when they did The Exorcist 2, I think it was. Or was it 3? I forgot. But either way, they tried to do the whole prequel thing with it. It didn't really freaking do nothing. It actually failed. And now they want to do a reboot of a classic? No, man. That's going to be just pure CGI. I'm going to guess she's not going to fuck the cross. But I'm sure her head is not going to spin 3 ways of Sunday and fucking throw up pea soup. But I bet the house is going to shake 3 ways. She's going to split people in half. I don't know. But no. Leave the original. We don't need this crap.
I had a lengthy conversation with a close friend of mine.
Okay.
She and I both love the original 1973 Exorcist. She likes the second and third ones. I can sort of kind of see the third one. Not the second one as much. Mm-hmm. But she is dead excited for this supposed reboot. And I am of the opinion that some movies you just don't touch.
I agree.
This is one of the movies that you do not touch. The Exorcist, The Godfather, Citizen Kane, Princess Bride. I don't care about that show. I know it was cute and all, but I don't give a fuck about that show.
Nope.
The Princess Bride. Those are movies you do not touch. And, funny thing, Morgan Creek, the people talking about this, tweeted back in 2015 that they would never remake The Exorcist.
Bullshit.
I just want you to know, put that tweet up.
Okay.
There you go, you see it.
Everybody sees it.
They didn't lie, because we're not talking about a remake. They're talking about a reboot. Now, this is reportedly, they haven't, they're just kicking the tires evidently.
Yeah.
There's no schedule on when it's going to start pre-production. They don't have anybody set up. And this comes back to the previous discussion that we had. Are you going to tie in the original movie to this one? Because the problem with that is Max von Sydow has left us. He hasn't been around in a very long time. So Linda Blair's still with us.
Yeah, but I'm sure that she doesn't want to do these movies. Like, not even a cameo. I mean, you remember the stories that she freaked out because I think it really happened and all that stuff.
Max von Sydow actually passed away earlier this year.
Oh wow, God rest his soul.
You have Jason Miller, Jack McGowan, and Lee J. Cobb. They're gone too. The only ones that are left are Linda Blair and Ellen Burstyn.
Yeah,
the mother and daughter.
Again, I don't think that they're going to.
But why? I mean, I know why. And not just because Hollywood doesn't have a single creative soul in its body, but it's because The Exorcist is a movie that people recognize, and they want to cash in on every little piece of IP that can earn them $1. They want it. Yeah, they want to redo it. Nothing is sacred.
I bet they are.
Nothing is sacred.
I know that money talks so
loud. There are no sacred cows. There are no sacred cows in this pasture. I'm telling you, any day now they're gonna go and say, "Oh no, we're gonna do another funny take on Airplane," and I will burn Hollywood the moment that happens.
Oh, they best not. Leave that classic alone.
They already pissed us off, saying they want to make an adaptation of Blazing Saddles, but starring animated cats.
Yeah, and with God, I can't believe that he agreed to be on it. I'm still.
And Mel, hey, merchandising.
Yeah,
Roll that clip.
But Yogurt, what is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Open up this door. Come, walk this way. Take a look. We put the picture's name on everything. Merchandising.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree with that. With this statement there, at least. But overall, I'm still kind of like it drains me, just to be honest. Just like what we're gonna be talking about next is gonna drain you as well. It's not gonna drain you, but it's a lot of thought. But at least continuing on to this subject, I just think they should just leave it alone. I don't know why they want to do this. And okay, fine. I guess I see it. They want to do. They want to make remakes of a remake, and make all the money because money. But I just don't see the reason when the first one is still to this day one of the scariest freaking flicks out there. That movie to this day right now, I dare anybody to watch it during a thunderstorm, the air on 68 degrees, pitch black room, 70-inch TV, surround sound, watching that freaking movie. I want to see who's going to sit there and be like, yeah, this is not scary at all. The practical effects on that movie is terrifying. That's all I have to say.
They're gonna fuck it up.
I know they are. They're gonna add so much CGI.
I don't want to be. It takes away from what the original gave us. That was part of my argument. The original was a masterpiece because of the director, the film crew, the makeup artists, the screenwriters, all together. They just got together and made a movie that to this day still chills me.
It does. That's what I'm trying to say. I dare anybody to watch this freaking classic on Halloween or a good stormy night, pitch black house, air set to 68 degrees. That'd be cold because you want to be cold when you're watching this movie. And with no lights on and with surround sound. Watch that movie and I guarantee you that you're going to be like, yeah, they should not mess with this movie. Now, call me a pastor and turn on all the lights, and I need a guy that speaks with choo-choo because It needs to happen today.
Whatever they're gonna do, whether we like it or not. One can only hope that they do the original justice and don't just make it a CGI fest.
I hope not, but again,
we shall see. I want it to be good. I don't want it to be bad. I want it to be good. We shall see if it happens.
Yeah, I agree. But let's continue on. Okay, so the New Mutants director reveals original plans for an X-Men spin-off, including Storm cameo and a pre-Dark Phoenix setting. Willie, I know this is more into your genre and stuff like that. Give us the lowdown and your intake.
Okay, so for all of you that don't know, the movie is supposed to come out August 28th in the States. It stars 5 of the original 6 New Mutants. Get to that in a second. But director Josh Boone was talking about the original plan for the New Mutants. Mm-hmm. How it was going to spin off and basically be a story in between the X-Men movies, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
It got shit canned because Fox was selling, and they didn't want to, explore that any further. But I gotta tell you, the New Mutants movie as it is has started winning me over, despite all the shit that it's gone through, and despite the fact that I thought it was going to be a train wreck when I first saw it. Now, here are 2 things about the New Mutants movie that you didn't know about. Mm-hmm. There was going to be more of them.
Really?
One thing that was confirmed by Josh Boone is that one of the characters, Magma, was cut out. She was originally going to be in the movie. Magma Amara Aquila. She's remember when we saw the first trailer that we saw somebody burning, like becoming fire inside of a washing machine or a dryer?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. I theorized that was her, and possibly is. Possibly could have been. We won't know because she was cut out, but that was one character that was taken out. She's an important character in the X-Men universe in Marvel. The other one, I don't know how to feel about this.
That is?
New Mutants also had it was essentially an alien that they made him. They found out later he was actually a mutant of his own species called Warlock. Huh. In the comic books, he always looked like what would happen if Rosie from the Jetsons was plugged into a 240 volt instead of 120.
Oh God!
he's all black, and he has like little pieces of techno-organic material sticking out of him. He's a race. I think they're called the Techarchy. Not to get into too many details. His race of people would survive by infecting organic matter with a techno-organic virus and then sucking out their life energy.
Jesus Christ!
But he was nice and didn't do that. That's not the weird part. The weird part was that Josh Boone wanted Sacha Baron Cohen to be Warlock.
Oh, that would have been the worst. Oh my God. That would have been the
I don't know.
worst.
I'm not sure if that's the worst idea or the best idea.
I don't know. I'm picturing all the bad. That's how I'm doing right now. I'm like, oh no.
But he's because you're imagining Warlock now with the Borat voice.
No, not with Borat's voice.
And that could be a little bit horrifying.
Oh God, jeez.
I think Borat would be actually worse.
Just
but whatever. Two prominent members of the New Mutants were axed. Still, I know, and the reason why they axed Magma, because she would be too weird.
Oh, really? Her? Okay.
Okay, so you got a girl that opens portals to Limbo and makes magic armor and has a magic sword, and her name is Magic, but Magma's the weird one.
Yeah, logic. Come on, get with it, Willie.
Yeah, okay. I'm done.
Okay.
The missing original New Mutant that they didn't have was one that her name is Karma, Sean Koima, which, whatever. They didn't put her in there. They have 5. 5 out of 6 ain't bad.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually looking forward to New Mutants.
I want to see it. I mean, being that's going to be the last Fox movie, I want to see what they have in store for us.
It's not the last Fox movie. It's the last X-Men Fox movie.
Correction, that's right.
Fox is still making movies. Remember that Fox is the one who's working with Morgan Creek on that horrible idea of a reboot for The Exorcist.
But
and they're not called Fox anymore.
But Willie, hold up. I just wanted to stop you there for 1 second. This movie's coming out in 2 weeks or a week. Next week, actually.
August 28th. I said that. Yes.
Oh my God, we got so much to talk about next week then.
Well, it won't be out when we do the next movie podcast.
Unless
we'll have something to talk about afterwards.
Oh, definitely. But Willie, I think it's time.
Well, let's talk about this. For those of you who are new, this is the segment of the movie podcast where we take turns. Well, we don't take turns, but we try our best to horrify each other with movie news stories. Gabs has this absolute desire to see me blow my stack. He wants to recreate the scene in Scanners where the guy's head blows up. Yes. And he wants to do it with me because he hates me. But I've been saying that I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I don't want to be angry all the time. Yes, things like reboot for Exorcist make me angry. But I want to be more chill. Now, it's his job to try to go and do it to make me unchill. Which is okay because after he's done, it's my turn. And I have a murderer's role lined up for you unless you found something that I already have.
There's a possibility, but I think this is going to be a good 75-25 on my side on this one. I'm going to give you the one that I think it's least is going to kill you. Star Wars Holiday Special return in Lego form to Disney Plus later this year.
That just makes me laugh. What?
That's why I was like, it's going to come back in Lego form. In Lego form.
That's just silly. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But I was like,
really?
let me see how you feel about this one. Because when you saw the original, you're like, what the hell? I mean, of course, it had all the original cast on there. But that movie, that show, that little, that thing was just like, oh God, stop. The whole fucking celebration of life. Yeah.
Life Day.
Pero.
Luke Skywalker. No, the Luke Skywalker with mascara.
Jesus,
and an entire section with Wookiees.
Yeah.
Wookiees that are speaking, and there's no subtitles, so it just sounds like a bunch of people, a bunch of cats trying to clear their throat.
Yeah, but all you have to do is play along and find out what's going on. Oh, look, the little Chewbacca is having a problem with the big Chewbacca, and then there's an old Chewbacca, and they're all talking about something. We have no idea what the fuck's going on.
You heathen. They are not Chewbaccas. They are Wookiees.
Excuse me. I'm talking as others. Thank you very much.
Well, others are morons, and you let them know I said that.
Well, I think they just heard you, but that's fine. They understand.
Next.
But yes. Are you sitting down by any chance? You got a cup of tea on you? Anything like that?
No, I'm hanging upside down from my chandelier. Why do you ask?
Well, because Scott Pilgrim vs. the World could have had Robert Pattinson, Sebastian Stan, Edgar Wright, and a bunch of other people there.
You know I don't like the movie.
I know.
But you know what? I don't care. I don't care.
What? No. Who the
I don't care.
Where's Willie and who the fuck are you, first of all?
No. You don't understand. I don't care who could have been on there. I don't care about the movie. It's you know what? Yes, Edgar Wright. He's awesome. The movie had great ideas. The visuals, amazing. The story, piss. As the British would say, they took the piss.
They took the piece.
I know that everybody who's hearing me right now wants to throw things at me. Throw away. Listen, I don't like it. You can like it. Go right ahead.
That's why we want everybody to talk about it down below. I would love to hear what they got to say about this with you.
All they're going to say is Willy's a heathen. I know this already. I have my bus picked out for hell. I don't know why you guys are mad at me. All I'm saying is, any universe where Mary Elizabeth Winstead sees Michael Cera and thinks other than dork, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that.
Okay, so I got a mild burn, so that's not bad.
No,
okay.
I don't care.
No, I
will
bet,
say,
but still.
I will say, that movie, looking back on it now, the star power, holy shit. I think we talked about that once.
We have.
I mean, Michael Cera was the headliner, but this movie stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Brie Larson, Anna Kendrick,
yep,
Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans.
Yep.
Yes. All these people are in the movie, and Michael Cera's the hero.
Yeah, which I still understand it, but I don't know why I still have such a soft spot for that movie. Like, I could watch it, I'm like, all right, I can watch this. And it's still, like, funny. I don't get it.
I have a soft spot for Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, yeah.
That woman does. I don't know I don't know how, but she does it for me. But all right.
We understand.
You tried.
I tried.
Trying is all that matters.
Yes.
Right? Now, I did ruin myself because I was looking for articles to thoroughly piss you off.
Okay.
And I had to really let you in on the fact that they're talking about a remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, starring Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
I'm still just like about it.
But I'm going to put that one by the wayside because I found 4 other ones that might horrify you.
Jesus Christ. All right.
These are reboots. They're either reboots, spin-offs, or remakes that are being talked about. I'm just going to give you the titles. React accordingly.
Go.
TV series reboot of Clueless.
Oh, God. No. They've done that already.
Spin-off of MacGruber.
Like, with the actual characters, though?
The MacGruber horrible movie that came out, a TV series based on it.
Yeah, that was like a Saturday Night Live sketch in the beginning, and then they
made a movie out of it, and it was horrible. They made it to a movie, and it was horrible. Now they're talking about a TV spin-off.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings.
I'm not done with you.
There you go.
I'm not done with you. A remake of 3 Men and a Baby starring Zac Efron.
No.
And James Wan producing a new Knight Rider movie.
No, man. Yeah, bro. What the fuck, dude? Really? Stop.
All 4 are being discussed. 5, because I'm going to throw Planes, Trains, and Automobiles there. Now,
because
do you
of
see
that,
what I say that Hollywood has no originality.
God, Jesus Christ! Look, I will stick to MacGruber because I was like, okay, fine. It's a dumb movie there, and I was like, all right. Ugh. Right. Look, again, the MacGruber thing, it was a horrible movie, but again, it was to make fun of MacGyver. Fine, that's something at least, you know. I give him that much.
Skit.
Yeah, that's all. So I'm like, all right, fine. Yeah. That's fine. I could actually be okay with it because it's original.
It was original when the movie came out.
Yeah.
Now that movie did so horrible that they want to make a TV series spin-off from it.
Because I guess they feel, why make 2 hours of horrible shit when we could make 30 minutes of it? Or, who knows, an hour.
Clueless.
That was a TV show already. That's why I'm like, why again?
Yeah.
What's it called? Double Clueless? I don't know. No. I don't. No. They did a TV show already, and that was horrible as it was too. Just let it be. Let that shit die. Let it rest. Let it rest.
No,
that
gotta make
doesn't have to
money
be.
and gotta make money. Look, the trailer for Death on the Nile popped today. It's like, you know what? No, nothing original. Everything has to be a remake. Everything has to be a reboot. Everything has to be a spin-off because we have to find a way to make as much money as possible from the 10 or 15 things that we know people like. And maybe the 20 things that people might like.
No.
But speaking of things that we like, it's time for our next segment. Have you seen?
Oh my God. Our feature presentation. Yes. Let's go.
Again, for those who are joining us for the first time, this part of the segment, this part of the podcast, I should say, is where we focus on a movie that we think that either A, was underappreciated or underrated for its time, B, is that people have heard is pretty good, but maybe need an extra little kick in the ass to see it, or C, a movie that's so what the fuck that it has to be seen just to see the train wreck.
Yeah.
This one for today, I think, falls squarely on the first one. It's an underrated movie. Something that possibly snuck under the radar because of its time. We're talking about 1986's Night of the Creeps.
Oh God. Just hearing that
I introduced you to this movie.
I love it.
I introduced you to this movie. I introduced you to a lot of these crazy movies.
Yes. I'm always very thankful about it also.
Would you say that it was worth it?
Yes. Oh my God. Like, it was so cheesy. Like, there was not enough cheese in this world for this fucking movie to be made. But it was just that entertaining. It has to be watched. Like, I mean, break it down to the beginning so we can get down to everything from the practical effects from the movie itself. Willie, go ahead.
Okay, the premise is such: in 1959, some aliens that were hovering over Earth let a sample of an experiment of theirs. Well, they one of them shoots it out to land on Earth.
Yes.
Crash lands. A guy goes and checks it out and looks at it, and whatever it is jumps into his mouth.
And that's how porn is made.
27 years later, two pledges in college, Chris and JC, played by Jason Lively and Steve Marshall,
or Rusty from National
Lampoon's, as part of are dared to go into some science lab and pick up a body and drop it in front of somebody's front porch. When they come across the body of the kid who had the experiment stuck in his mouth. And it sat there all these years later, incubating and making more. These things get loose on the town during prom night, jumps into their host through their mouth again, and mind controls them, turning them into zombies, and animates them, whether they're dead or not. What happens during the course of this movie is pure 80s.
Yes.
I'm talking about Skinamax style nudity. I'm talking about cheesy dialogue, and some of the most fun you will get out of an R-rated comedy horror sci-fi. Indeed.
You're gonna have all the fun in this movie alone. It's worth the money, I gotta say. And actually, I think it's on Hulu right now, and also on other streaming services, just in case if you guys want to look for it. But this movie, it is worth it, like 100%. Like, this is an actual good movies night on a Friday. Get some fried Tostitos and just chill. Watch this movie. It's so awesome.
Wait, you mean fried Totinos, right?
Tostinos? No.
Because no, Totinos, the pizza rolls.
Oh, I added Tostinos, like Tostones, I guess.
Oh, You could do that too. Shit, Miami, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's why I was like, Tostinos, you know, have a little tostones, have a little tostino,
Also,
you know.
Also, a massive shout out to Tom Atkins, who's in this movie. He plays a detective, Ray Cameron.
He's so awesome.
He's been in other, you know, movies. You know what? He gets a bit of a rough deal being in Halloween 3.
Poor guy.
Whatever. It wasn't, you know, it's not a bad movie. It just didn't have Michael in it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was one of those actors, like, you know, those face actors that you see them and you say, I know who that is, but you can't place his name.
Yeah. I agree with that part.
That's Tom Atkins. He was in Creepshow. He was in Halloween 3, like I said. He was in T.J. Hooker. He was
Jesus
in St.
Christ.
Elsewhere. He was in MASH, The Fall Guy. He is the epitome of what the 80s was.
Yeah.
He was Michael Hunsaker in Lethal Weapon.
Dude, he is the guy.
He's Murtaugh's friend.
He is the man of all men with a cigarette and a 6-shooter. Because that's all he carried.
A bunch of one-liners.
Oh my God, the one-liners.
As a matter of fact, roll that clip.
I got good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And now, mind you,
oh my God, he's so awesome.
That one-liner is an absolute zinger. But that is not my favorite line in the movie. During the interrogation.
Oh my God, go.
When JC and Chris are being interviewed by Tom Atkins' Ray Cameron, and they have the custodian there. I'm not gonna say anything else. Roll that clip.
Well. It isn't Spanky and Alfalfa. Either of you guys recognize Mr. Miner here? Well, he recognizes you. Seems Mr. Miner here is the night janitor down at the University Med Center. Says he saw you guys running out of there last night. 40 miles an hour. Screaming like banshees. At the very medical center that Mr. Miner saw you running out of at 40 miles an hour.
Don't forget screaming like banshees.
Sounds like a pledge prank to me.
Told us to find a body and dump it on the steps of another fraternity. Well, we got into the lab and we got the body out of this thing. And then we chickened out and ran away.
At 40 miles an hour.
Screaming like banshees?
Screaming like banshees. Oh my God.
I love it. I saw it when I was younger. I must have been like 17, 18 years old when I saw it. It was on Skinamax.
Yes.
When I saw it that first time, I'm like, this is an entertaining movie. Because I lived for that 1980s horror cheese. Later on, as I grew older, I came across it and I watched it again. Oh my God, that line.
No,
I love this movie so much.
That movie, the thing is, it doesn't even matter the lines, but just the movie in general. Even the practical effects. Guys, the effects in this movie is so, it's so great. I mean, even though you're going to be like, yeah, it looks kind of retarded. Like, what the hell I'm watching here? From the little aliens, I'm still saying it to this day, they're the Slither monsters because they do the same thing as the movie Slither. But they didn't say nothing if it's a part 2 or continuation. They didn't say nothing, but they're the same freaking thing. They go in your mouth.
There was speculation about it.
Yeah, we talked about it, but I still say, even though they're not going to agree about it, but I still say that was a Slither monster.
Well, all I'm saying is, the 80s were that weird time where cable TV was becoming a thing. And this was the only way you would find movies like this.
Yes.
And the 80s are full of movies like this. movies.
Oh my god, and they were great
Movies
for Friday nights, bro. Oh my god.
Movies that they don't take up. They don't have the big names of the Pretty in Pinks or the Die Hards or the Princess Brides, but they are entertaining movies. And when I say cheese, I don't mean like the bad kind of cheesy movie, the good kind, the one that is almost self-aware and just rolls with it.
Yes. Oh my
That's
god.
just kind of movie. Robert Kino's Mr. Minor, screaming like a banshee.
He's so awesome.
Priceless.
I can't with that guy. Just that part alone was amazing to me.
These are the kind of movies that I miss. I miss seeing them because, again, it's self-aware. It leans into the cheese.
It does. But even if it leans with the cheese, it's overall entertaining. Because you could be like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But even in your head, you'll be like, that's still pretty funny. And then you're just going to laugh at it because it's so stupid and cheesy and corny. And just the things that happen there, you're like, oh my God, you can't be that stupid. But you're like, it's a movie. Relax. It's funny. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And you do. And that's what you do.
Movie.
Even till the ending. You're like, wow, this is awesome. I gotta see it again.
Not every movie can be a Gremlins.
No.
Not every movie can be like one of those. I think Gremlins is a horror movie because it is.
Well,
I don't give a shit what you say. That's a horror movie.
Yeah, it killed people. They killed that lady in the freaking chair, man.
Not every movie can be a Friday the 13th or a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Indeed.
And even those movies are cheesy, but they're cheesy with higher budgets and higher marketing.
Yeah.
Night of the Creeps is one of those movies that if you got to see it on cable back in the days when cable was a thing, you had a good time watching just an unbelievably campy, cheesy, awesome movie.
Yeah.
This is one that if you come across it, please watch it.
Yes. Like it's a must. Like you'll thank us later. And actually, if you do or have seen it, comment down below. We will love to hear your favorite scene of the movie, the one-liners, anything. Like we'll love to have a conversation with you based on this movie alone. Because me and Willie will just have a day after day after day conversation about this movie and others. And we'll tie it in like the same way I just tied in Night of the Creeps with Slither. Because I still say that those two movies are tied in the same universe, but they just don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah. And fun little note about this movie. Fred Decker, the director, he is most known for this movie.
But what other movies have he made?
He's worked on other movies, but mostly he's either a writer or completely uncredited. His filmography includes 4 episodes of Tales from the Crypt.
What?
RoboCop 3.
Ugh.
RoboCop 3. He was a co-writer and director.
Poor guy.
He was uncredited for his work in Demolition Man.
Oh my God, no way.
Lethal Weapon 4. And Titan AE. He's done some work.
I don't remember Titan AE too much, but whatever.
Titan AE is animated, and it was one that my son liked, but wasn't all that hot. He liked it when he was younger. It's a movie that came out in 2000.
Okay.
Lethal Weapon 4, the weakest of the 4.
Yeah.
But, still a Lethal Weapon movie. Demolition Man, though?
Dude, I'm surprised.
Uncredited as a writer.
Ugh. That movie was still awesome.
Oh, and he also worked on the Monster Squad. Remember that movie?
God, oh my God, shall we?
And now that you see it, now that I say it, can't you see that it has his fingerprints on it?
Yes. Oh my God, it does. Like the one-liners, the freaking. Oh my God, even the style of everything in that movie, dude.
Yeah, he directed that movie too. He actually directed that one after obviously Monster Squad because. Monster Squad came. I'm sorry, after Night of the Creeps, because Monster Squad came out in '87, and he co-wrote it with Shane Black.
Oh. Oh.
They also worked together on The Predator in 2018. So, Bad Boy.
Yeah.
Bad.
No good. Not good.
But I say that Night of the Creeps, he has enough credit. He's forgiven.
I give him the credit for that, which is fine with me. But
so yeah, watch Night of the Creeps, folks.
Watch guys, 2 thumbs up. You guys have to see it. It again, we cannot stress enough how fun that movie is. If you're gonna watch it, now that we're doing this whole Backstreet Boy reunion tour that we can't really go out and stuff like that, enjoy it on the weekend, on the Friday night. Order a pizza and just dim the lights and just watch it and just have a good time. Because I know you guys are either
some really truly entertaining schlock.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's on Voodoo.
Yeah. It's on there. And I think it's even on Pluto TV, I think. If I'm not mistaken. But
I'm not sure about that one. I'm talking about legitimate places, damn it.
Oh, sorry. But still, guys, you have to watch it. And with that being said, thank you very much for joining us on this amazing segment of Have You Seen and our movie podcast. And as always, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to make sure when we come up with this awesome news, which is 3 times a week, 2 gaming, 1 movie. And also, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 15% on your next purchase order until the end of August. That's MIAGEEKS 10. Description down below. All you gotta do is copy the promo code, click on the link, put on your shopping cart, bam, instant 15%. And guys, as always, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.